This is Controversies of the Day with Logan and Jay. Logan on special assignment. Well, folks, it seems that the left they just keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. They keep wanting to divide America. And so much of this now their new title is Christian nationalism. Christian. What the heck? Yeah, Rob Reiner, Meathead. Remember Meathead from All in the Family? He went on to be a movie director on his own, and did some good movies. I'll give you credit there, Rob. He's got a movie coming out with his wife and I don't know, some other guy, Dan Parkland or something. They got something coming out here, and and it's all this Christian nationalism. Okay. First of all, there's some people that they're going to portray in this documentary actually exist and have views similar to what they're going to say? Sure, they do. But that's just a small part of this vast story, this vast canvas that is the United States of America. We are a country of over 330 million people and growing day by day. And here you want to be divisive and try to divide people and caricature people and stereotype people. And it's just amazing to me. I mean, look at yourself. Look at you, Rob Reiner, for a second. Son of showbiz royalty. I mean, Carl Reiner's your dad. Okay, you grew up in the biz. I mean, you're running around the set of Mary Tyler Moore, man, pinching whose ass? Yeah, Mary's ass. Yeah, you did that. Yeah, Delora Petrie. You did that, pal. That was you little punk. Yeah, Dad should have taken you back and just smacked you around. Anyway, maybe he did. What do I know? And then later you get to work with Norman Lear. You're on All in the Family. One of your best friends is who? That's right, Albert Brooks. Yeah, one of the funniest people in all of showbiz in the last 50 years. Anyway, you've had it good. You've had it good in life, pal. And here you are, and you're trying to rip on all these other people. And you're trying to divide our country and talk about Christian nationalism. First of all, it's all kinds of Christians. Duh. We have all kinds of denominations. Some people are a little more conservative. Some people are more liberal. And other religions have that part to them too, that balance. For example, there's liberal Catholics and more conservative Catholics. And even Lutherans, you got more liberal ones, more conservative ones, so on and so forth. Look at all the Christian denominations we have in this country. Look at this. And then you try to apply that it's all racial. It's all racial. Okay. Donald Trump just had Vivek Ramaswamy support him. What is your problem here? Did you see this? So you got Vivek, the son of Indian immigrants. Okay. He grew up here in Ohio. And he's done very, very well for himself. He's a Hindu. Okay. But wait a minute, Trump just wants the white Christian nationalist. Well, he's got a brown man, if you will. I mean, from Indian descent, if you will, and he's supporting him. No, America is about ideas. Above all else, America is about ideas. And you come on MSNBC or MSDNC, perhaps we should call it. You come on there and you lie and you say, well, it's in the Constitution, separation of church and state. It's in there 3 times. Okay. In legalese, you can read things into things. It does not say separation of church and state. Separation of church and state got popular in a letter from Thomas Jefferson to some churches, over 200 years ago. Okay. That's where that comes from. All right. But we have freedom of religion. That's what we have in America. And that means all kinds of religions or none at all. You can be an atheist. Nobody's going to come to your house, put a gun in the back of your head and say, you believe in Jesus Christ, or you're. Okay, that doesn't happen here. No, we don't have this mean theology that you seem to think. You want to make up these fantasy worlds about. And look at you. You had a few good men. And you had Tom Cruise there, famous Scientologist. Do people of all stripes, of all religious stripes, or non-religious, go to see Tom? Sure do. One of the most successful movie stars ever. You've worked with him. You should know better. You should know better. Okay. And then, of course, now it's funny in Germany, they actually have a party. In case a lot of Americans don't know, they actually have a party, a political party called Christian Democratic Union, Christian Democrats in Germany. They actually have a party called that. Okay. Just want to be clear with everybody. And the other thing is, so I see you're doing this documentary that's coming out, and look at the insanity of this, Mr. Reiner and Mr. Parkland. On one hand, we're mentioning you and the Wolf of Wall Street. You had a little part in that, Rob, and then you had a little podcast going, and we actually were saying nice things about that, about JFK and who his real assassins were. Just came out recently, but then you come up with something stupid. Like this documentary that you got coming out in February. What good can this possibly do? What is so progressive? What is productive about stuff like this? This serves to divide people and distract people. We have had over 100,000 deaths in our country alone, the United States of America, in the last couple of years from fentanyl. Okay. This is accidental. This is stuff that gets laced in all kinds of drugs. And it's killing our citizens. Do you care, Rob? Do you care, Dan, Mr. Parkland, the director of this so-called documentary? Do you care? So you know what I'm going to do? Tell you what, let's turn this whole thing around here. Let's give you a chance to redeem yourself. How about that? Let's talk about if it's election year, right? Let's talk about who a dream team would be. And folks, it's never going to happen if this scares you. Dan Pena, that's right, a Hispanic American, and Willie Wilson, African American. Oh my God, folks. So I'm giving you something productive. You want to be inspired? You want to really deal with something? Why don't you do a documentary about one or both of these guys? In fact, I don't know that anybody's done one yet about Willie, and I don't know why. I don't know why not. These are Americans, okay? Oh, here I am. I'm a white boy. Oh, and I'm telling you about the Hispanic guy and the black guy. Oh, but I'm this nasty right winger. I'm supposed to be Christian nationalist. White supremacist. All this nonsense, BS. No, those two guys right there. Why don't you do a documentary about one of those guys? Really, I think there is one about Dan Pena that exists, but you can do another one. Hey, how about you, Michael Moore in Michigan there? Are you listening? Are you watching? What about you, buddy? Why don't you do something about Willie Wilson? Willie is an incredible, incredible story, ladies and gentlemen, of a man who came basically from nothing to reach a very high level of status. And money's not everything. But it is incredible the things that Willie Wilson has done. I don't even know if they mentioned Willie in the movie The Founder. Okay, there should be a whole movie about Willie as well. Okay, Hollywood. Oh, Rob Reiner, back to you. Okay, Dan Parkland can do the documentary. Rob, I'm talking to you, meathead. Okay, you should do the movie. Oh, come on, let's think of it now. You got to get a good young actor to play a young Willie, and then you maybe Denzel to play Willie as he gets older. I mean, really, this is a man who is an incredible story. He has run for office, by the way, people in Chicago. I don't know what's wrong with you folks. You keep picking the wrong people. You keep overlooking Willie Wilson. I don't get it, okay? So there you go. Rob Reiner, Dan Parkland, Michelle Reiner. I don't know if she's the wife is one of your producers, and you want to divide people. And you want to talk about Christian nationalism. Why don't we talk about Americanism? Why don't we talk about the things that are great about our country? Why don't we talk about going forward and making this country a better place and bringing people together? Why don't we talk about that? Oh, but that doesn't sell. That doesn't sell, does it? And that doesn't win elections. And it's an election year. That's all we want to do right now is have hurt and have pain and division. Well, look in the mirror, Rob, because if it gets ugly, and I don't want it to. I'm not inciting anything. I want everyone to have cooler heads this year. I wish the world would have cooler heads, and cooler heads should prevail from Israel to Ukraine to right here at home. Let's all just nice if everything just calmed down worldwide. Unfortunately, folks, I think we're going to go the other way. And when I see nonsense like this, propaganda like this, and just recently watching Rob Reiner and this Dan Parkland, it made me sick. It made me sick. But it is what it is. And hey, we got this beautiful thing, the First Amendment, free speech. You can do your thing. I do my thing. That's what we're doing, baby, right? We're doing this. This is the fray, back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, it is what it is, folks. And Christian nationalism or great, incredible pluralism, diversity, that's what you got here in America. It's a great country. It's a great thing. It was recently to see Vivek Ramaswamy when he was back on the campaign trail in Iowa. And a young lady asked him a question, and something to do with being a Christian or not, and he said, well, I'm not, and he explained to her he's a Hindu. And he explained to her that many of the founders of this country and some of the conservative people might not like me saying this right now, but it's true. Look it up. Many of our founders were not actually Christian. They were deists. They believed in a God, but they were not Christian. Now, others were. They did go to church as well, and there's debatable about some of them. But some of the big ones, Washington, Franklin, Jefferson, they were deists. They weren't necessarily Christian. Jefferson himself actually took the the New Testament, and rewrote it, and took out all the miracles. Okay? If somebody of his status back then, someone in an equal status today did that, heresy, blasphemy. Okay? Well, he's one of the big dogs, one of the big founders of this country. Anyway, we are a great nation, ladies and gentlemen. We are a diverse nation, and we let people come here from all over the world. This is other part of the problem here. They want to talk Christian nationalism and divide everybody with the current immigration debate. We're having too many people come in too fast. We all know it. Citizenry knows it. But Washington, D.C., is like a political football. They want to kick it around. Mike Johnson, you're not doing very well. Joe Biden, I don't expect you to do very well, but you're pathetic. What are we doing here, folks? There are problems here. We're not just letting in cheap labor, okay? There's other issues here. Human trafficking, drug trafficking, again, with the fentanyl. What's going on here? The recent deals that they were trying to make with the new president of Mexico. Wow, is he asking for a lot? He wants $20 billion for his border with Central America. He wants some embargoes and tariffs and stuff lifted off of Cuba. And then he's looking for 10 million people who are already here to be given a fast track to citizenry. So, whoa, a lot of bold demands from him. I don't know what Joe Biden's going to do. I don't know what Kamala Harris is going to do. But we definitely need some leadership here in America. And this is 2024. It is an election year, ladies and gentlemen. But let's not make this about division. We let 1 million people, on average, Democrat or Republican in the White House, they can lie to you in the media all they want, but look it up for yourself, folks. We let about 1 million people in a year. Rand Paul, Republican senator, he thinks we should let in more. So anyway, we've had huge failure. It's both parties. We do need a comprehensive immigration overhaul, immigration bill that covers all this mess. And we're just not getting it, folks. We're just not getting it here. With the Donald, and maybe he'll get back in and maybe he'll do it. I thought we were going to have the art of the deal. I thought he was going to get the wall, and then maybe he was going to fast track the people that were already here to citizenship. Never came to be. It's a sad, sad situation. It shouldn't be a political football. And for our own security and for what's right for our own citizenry here and for the people that do migrate here, we need to get our laws under control. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. This has been Controversies of the Day with Logan and Jay. Take care, everyone. God bless.